I stand on standing order 173. There is an accident which has happened to women in this Kenya. And this is a horrible accident. Yes, a serious one. A serious accident on the Committee of Transport, whereby we have 15 members and there is only one lady. That is an accident, Mr. Speaker. A big one, according to Standing Order 173. One lady, you can imagine, Mr. Speaker, 14 men seated against one woman. They cannot even deliberate. And we applied for this position. So you want to tell us women cannot manage transport committees, yet we are the ones who walk miles to the markets, to the rivers, and then what are you telling us? When we go to social protection, you've put all the women there, then you want us to approve the NADICO report. The men in this house, we need justice. This committee needs to be disbanded, Mr. Speaker. Women's voices should be respected. Yeah? That's why even they are allocating women reps who are serving 4 to 10 constituencies, same allocation of operations as a single member of parliament, Mr. Speaker. This should stop. Women must be respected. We are the ones who breastfeed. We bring life to this world. Mr. Speaker, it is very wrong. We protest. We don't like it. We want balance. We want equity, equity, equity. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I hear you. Next. I hear you, Donya.
Order number 8, the Constitution of Kenya Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 4 of 2025, first reading.
Yeah, hold on, clerk. Yes, Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, with your indulgence, Mr. Speaker, we need to take note of the issue that has been raised by Honorable Doris. And in the reorganization of the committees with the Majority Leader, we have to take note of that, Mr. Speaker, so that more women serve in the Transport Committee. But having said that, Mr. Speaker, there's an international event, Mr. Speaker, that's happening in New York in this week, Mr. Speaker, of women. Mr. Speaker, when men issues are being discussed, women are also present. I don't know why the delegation that was sent by Parliament to New York, Mr. Speaker, only consists of female gender, Mr. Speaker. Why did we not have MPs also of male to go and discuss women issues, Mr. Speaker? There is also an anomaly, Mr. Speaker, of that issue. There's a serious accident that's taking place also in New York, Mr. Speaker, where only women, our women colleagues are only meeting, Mr. Speaker, without any single member of male gender, Mr. Speaker. That's also a very serious accident in New York, Mr. Speaker, that needs to be addressed. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Clerk, before you call the next order, allow me. And Donya, the constitution of committees is done by your leaders. One is sitting in front of you, to whom you are preaching the accident. The other is sitting across the floor. Take their complaints to them so that you can be able to address them. Yes, Deputy Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, I'm just giving a point of information to Honorable Junet to let him know that what's happening in New York is called positive discrimination. Yes.
Yes, Jematia.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On the same note, on an order paper, okay, standing order 173, on what Donya said, it is also a replica in Committee of Finance, Mr. Speaker. The same thing, and when you talk about CSW is a meeting that is done for women agendas and women affairs, but this is a committee that deals with resources, deals with issues, policies of government, and it does not mean that women can be isolated because it is a gender, and I mean men cannot.
Yes, Junet.
No, but you know, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
Order, Jematia. Address the speaker.
Mr. Speaker,
Yes.
Majority Leader, we have acknowledged the anomalies in the committees, and we have to address them, Mr. Speaker. The committees must have gender parity. But, Mr. Speaker, also what's happening in New York, men are stakeholders. What women are discussing there affects us, Mr. Speaker. We must be present in the New York, Mr. Speaker, because we are stakeholders also on issues of women. They affect us, Mr. Speaker. What you are going there and discussing, you are going to implement it when we are present where we are, Mr. Speaker. So we are stakeholders. You must engage us. Especially fathers to girls like me, Mr. Speaker. I must know the agenda of women in New York, Mr. Speaker. I must know.
Order, no more agenda passions on the floor. I want to